Welcome back to the channel. In today's video we will install running boards, and not just some running boards. I mean, you see those ones? Those are the original OEM running boards from Mopar and cheap. Those plasticky ones. And I was always looking for some more durable ones which are not fading, which I not have to take care all the time and put some plaque treatment or whatever they call it for plastic restoring. Like on this one you can see, it's really annoying. One of the reasons why I want to upgrade is to not constantly have to restore the plastic all the time. And this cheap is from 2020, so it's really fading so quick. The sun here in California is insane. So I did some research and I found someone who actually provided me with some running boards, aluminum. You can see that's the name, and it's actually called ONINE? I'm not sure, but we'll take a look at those ones today. Apparently, those running boards come with all installation hardware, so we'll see if that's true. I wanted to make a step-by-step installation tutorial in case you need to disassemble or take off the old ones from your Jeep, want to install new ones, maybe the same ones. In the end, you can see how they look and if you like them. A big compliment, it's really packed pretty well in foil and in bubble wrap, so that's really good, but it takes all the time to take it off. Alright, look at that. Those are the instructions. We'll see if I can stand them. Everything else in the package is down here. Brackets, installation hardware. First thing we need to do, let's take off the old one, and I'll try to take you underneath and show you what I'm doing. So apparently it should be pretty simple to take the old running board off. There's 3 brackets in total. One is up here, the next one is in the middle, and then we have one back here. Should be pretty much the same. I hope you can see it. It's definitely more difficult being under the car, but on all 3 brackets there's one of those big bolts and 2 small ones on the side. This one will not fall off when you loosen all of them. You need to loosen in total 3 per bracket, so 9 bolts in total. And that's what I'm doing now. Then we'll see how it performs. Deep socket 13mm. We'll loosen it. For the smaller ones, most likely looks like 10mm. Alright, I got all the bolts out, all the nuts. Swing it back and take it out. And it's that easy. Plastic. Oh nice. They do provide torque specification from 8 through 12 bolts or nuts to 15 to 20 foot-pound. It recommends starting on the passenger side. Too late, we started on the driver's side. But we'll start with step 1, step 2. So on passenger side of Jeep, align front, center and rear brackets as shown. So I will align all the brackets first. Second, starting on the passenger side, front, locate the bracket mounting location on the underside of the Jeep body. We'll reuse the holes, which are down there, and there. And then we do have step 3. Jeep body is pre-threaded. Then you will install the brackets to the body using the pre-threaded hardware. Perfect. And then we can see already. So we have to use a 8-bolt, block washer and flat washer. Alright, from what I understand, there are 2 different types of brackets for the driver's side. One is this one, which goes to the front. And you have 2 times the same, which goes center and rear. So try to point it out. That's how it should look. That is the front, which is longer. That's why it's front. Bracket back there. That's the front. That's the middle, center. And then in the rear, this one, we have the same bracket. Center and rear is the same. I want to clean first the installation from there. So, that's not as easy as I thought at the beginning, but it's fairly simple. So here, there's the instruction, and it shows the front and below. So it means when you go, here's the car, right? The front, when you go underneath, you can see here the hole. That's why we need to align it. I hope you can see it, but it does come out here. There's the hole, so one in the car body and one here in the frame. That's how we do it. So I'll do that for this one. Next one will be most likely here in the center somewhere. Most likely here, and then in the back. Somewhere over there. Keep everything loose. So that's the first one. So here, and there's the frame. So now we need the bolt. Let's see how they want to have it. So the instructions are not very clear, but the picture shows it differently. So it does look like we need 2 washers. I'm not sure if we have enough washers actually for that. So you can see it. I'm using here an additional washer. All right, look at that. So that's how it might look. I encountered an issue up front because there's a little nozzle sticking out inside or under the frame, which I'm not sure if I will squeeze or destroy when I tighten it down. So that's why I need to be careful. So, but without, I just put it on for showcasing, but that's what it would look like. And here up front, this one, I'm not sure if this is correctly aligned. This one seems good. So as the back one looks good. Whoop, the back one back here, whoop, looks also good. I'm not sure, I'm testing it if that might be the right installation, and I'll let you know. Well, what do you think? And still not 100% sure. For example, not sure if you can see it properly. Let me get some light in here. Yeah, right here. Here you see a gap. And that gap is due because there's a little tiny thing, a nozzle, somewhere in between. So I'm not sure if this will be good holding in. So I have to tighten everything slowly down and see if it moves, but that's what it is. Oh, I can't get it better in focus. Sorry about that. So there's a little bracket, you know, those brackets, which are right underneath here in this little channel. And you see here, that's a channel and that's where it's in. So that's good. And then you have just your nut washer and lock washer, tighten it in, and here down here that looks good for this bracket, same for the rear bracket. I'll tighten everything down and let you know how it works. It works pretty well. Still my one concern at front, I have to see it worked well. You can align everything, so now I'm tightening everything down so I can hide all the nuts. Here you can see a little bit shining through, pushing it more in. I have to see that it's not vibrating or rubbing on anything, but that's what it does look at the moment. So let's continue, and I'll switch to the other side. On to the next side, we'll do the same. Disassemble and put a new one on. We know the drill, so let's try to speed this up if possible. Alright, one thing I realized as well, which is a bummer, you can see here that was potential for rust, which is really annoying. So this is how it arrived. Alright, now I'll go ahead and align it again. Make sure there's enough space as mentioned. Whatever look you like. There it is. Look at it.
So that was my little summary at the end. So after installing the running boards, I'm pretty happy. They are almost flush mount to the tires at the moment when you have the stock tires on it, so that's great. As much as I understand, it does only add about 60 pounds. I didn't measure it, I just looked it up online and it said the entire shipment was about 60 pounds. So they are a little heavier than the plastic stock running boards. Keep that in mind. As of now, what I can see, it's aluminum, so it's not super heavy. Does it bend a little bit? Depending on the weight. The weight limit is, I think, 500 pounds, it states. We will see if it holds up to that weight. I have no idea. I will test it now. I will drive around with it. When there's something coming up which I think is concerning or worth mentioning, I will make a follow-up video. But as of now, I was able to install it, even though there was at the front on both sides this little nozzle sticking out. But after tightening it down, it looked like it's just right before that, so the bracket is not damaging that. That is very important. That was very important because otherwise I don't know if I would have cut it off or not. Luckily I didn't have to do it. I wish they would have included 6 more washers, since their installation instructions call out to use 2 washers on all of the brackets. So 6 more washers would have been great. I used my own ones. Be prepared for that. I think it's an M8 bolt which needs to go through, so make sure you have a big enough washer to accommodate that. And then everything tightening down is pretty straightforward, so it's not big of a deal. I hope this was helpful for you. Leave some comments, leave some likes, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more cheap stuff. Thanks for watching. Tschüss!